Welcome to Evening News on Remo TV. I am Anibaba Bekeloloa. First on national news. The Christian Association of Nigeria says the armed forces and paramilitary organizations in the country can permit female officers to wear Islamic veil, commonly known as hijab, if it will shield them from bullets at the battlefield. CAN General Secretary Joseph Daramola said he was reacting to a bill pending before the House of Representatives, which seeks to compel military organizations to permit female officers to wear hijab. The bill, known as the Religious Discrimination, Prohibition, Prevention Bill 2020, which was passed second reading at the House, was sponsored by the Deputy Chairman of the House Committee on Finance and member representing Bida, Bako, Kacha Federal Constituency, Saidu Abdullahi. Article 13 of the bill, titled Discrimination in Employment and Security and Other Sectors, prohibits the military from discriminating against anyone wearing a hijab. The CAN General Secretary said in a country like Afghanistan, military women don't wear hijab, adding that the issue of hijab should not distract the lawmakers from the real issues of governance, security and economic prosperity. Still on national news. Patients have continued to bear the brunt of the strike called by the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, the body of the medical doctors that constitutes 70% of doctors in government and state-owned hospitals in Nigeria. As the strike entered the 8th day yesterday, public hospitals that normally behave of activities have become a ghost town. In Lagos, doctors in the state government hospitals are in total compliance with the directive of the NAD to join the ongoing strike. When some of the affected hospitals in Lagos on Thursday was visited, the wards were scantily occupied by patients who were being attended to by consultants, nurses, and midwives. It was gathered that the majority of the patients with pressing health issues had either been discharged or discharged themselves to explore alternative care. At the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Federal Medical Hospital Ebute Metta, National Orthopedic Hospital Igbobi, Lagos NOHL, and Neuropsychiatric Hospital Yaba, new patients were not being admitted except in emergency cases. A female patient was accosted at Lut, lamented that she had been booked for surgery before the strike. I am supposed to undergo surgery. Today is my appointment. Unfortunately, the strike has affected everything and my health is worsening every day. I don't have money to go to a private hospital and I am confused, she explained. On international news, Israel says it will not cooperate with an investigation by the International Criminal Court into possible war crimes in the occupied territories. In a letter to the court, Israel says the ICC is acting without authority in carrying out the probe. The ICC gave both Israel and the Palestinians who instigated the action until Friday to respond. The issue threatens to further damage already strained relations between the two sides. Last month, Israeli authorities cancelled the VIP travel pass of the Palestinian foreign minister on the return to the Israeli-occupied West Bank from talks with ICC Chief Prosecutor Fatal Bensouda, Palestinian officials said. Based in The Hague, the ICC was set up in 2002 to bring to justice those responsible for the worst crimes: genocide, crime against humanity, and war crimes. It has the power to act where a state is unable or unwilling genuinely to do so itself. The ICC has a duty to explore whether there are sufficient grounds to open a probe when a new member joins, as the Palestinians did in January 2015. On sports news, Aston Villa captain Grealish is expected to be out for another 2 weeks after suffering a setback in his comeback from injury. The midfielder has missed 7 Premier League games with a shin problem, as well as England's recent World Cup qualifying matches. But Villa manager Dean Smith admitted Grealish had been rushed back a little bit too quickly. No, he's not fit, said Smith before Saturday's game at Liverpool. Myself and Jack were quite optimistic to get him back a bit sooner than he probably should, and he's had a setback that will probably put him back a couple of weeks. Grealish has scored 6 Premier League goals for Villa this season, adding 10 assists. Smith continued, "He was really good in training, but he couldn't tolerate the loading. It's a loading injury and we have to deal with him over the next few weeks and get him back from there. We know it's not a long-term injury and he will be back. We all, Jack included, probably pushed him back a little bit too quickly. We wanted him to get back and he had a little setback." Lastly, on entertainment news, Kim Kardashian West has revealed that her famous family's new show will premiere on Hulu after the final season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians ends later this year. The Kardashian-Jenner clan announced plans to grow its empire with a multi-year deal with the streaming platform back in December. On Thursday, Kardashian West shared an update on their new venture on Twitter while reassuring his distressed fan that she and her family will be returning to screen soon. "We won't be gone long. A new show at Hulu will be coming after the final season," the 40-year-old reality star responded. "Keeping Up with the Kardashians will wrap up on E! this year after a 14-year, 20 seasons run." The reality TV juggernaut gave viewers front row seats to the lives of the Kardashian siblings, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe and Rob, their mother, the momager, Kris Jenner and their half-sisters, Kendall and Kylie Jenner. Back in September, the first family of American reality TV announces the end of the series in a joint statement addressed to their amazing fans. "We are beyond grateful to all of you who've watched us for all of these years, through the good times, the bad times, the happiness, the tears, and the many relationships and children," it read. "We'll forever cherish the wonderful memories and countless people we've met along the way." Although the new project is still shrouded in mystery, Kris Jenner said last month that filming will start in a couple of months. The 65-year-old matriarch said, "We are dying to go do things together. We all had a really nice break, and if the world opens back up, it will be a lot of fun." That is all we have for evening news on Remo TV. You can follow us on every of our social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at Official Remo TV. You can also check us on our website at www.remotv.com.ng. Good night.